Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to Altcoin Daily with Bitcoin Gorilla. In this analysis, I am back to update you on ICP. The entire crypto market has been experiencing a downside in the past 2 days, and ICP is not an exception. So it affected this coin as well. And if in my last analysis on ICP, I talked about we seeing a breakout, of which happened but turned out to be a fake out and is currently causing a down move on ICP. So in this video, I am going to be answering few questions like be honest with you about how I am handling this situation and likely share with you a little way you can actually control the losses. That is, if you're going into ICP for a long term, like if you're an investor, then you can actually do this on ICP and actually not totally get affected. Just minimize the losses. I'm not saying you're not going to get lost, I'm just saying you are going to minimize the loss, especially now that all the previous support has been broken. Remember, my technical analysis has no indicators, it's going to be pure price action. So we're going to first of all dive into talking about Binance staking if you're using Binance, and as well as staking if you're using other exchanges. And then from there, we're going to discuss a little about price, like I said. So let's start by understanding that the current market price is trading at $20.76, of which has lost about 15%, or let's say 15.49% in the last 24 hours. When we're talking about market cap, right, we see that the current market cap has also lost about 15.78% in the last 24 hours, because currently the current market cap is around 4 billion point 118857578. So 4.118 billion approximately is what we're having in terms of market cap. Now if we look closely, you remember total supply never changes, but if you don't know what the total supply is on ICP, then I'm here to tell you that the current total supply that can never change is around 476.497 million approximately. That is the market cap, of which circulatory supply is currently 196.937280 million tokens. That is what is in circulation. With these little statistics about this coin, the coin has dumped, it has broken our support. So what am I doing about it? Well, I have taken action. What is the action that I took? Well, thanks to Binance, I actually trade on the Binance exchange. So what I did was, Binance luckily announced on the 12th of January 2022 that they are launching is staking on ICP, which makes it really a good news, especially with the current market. Not that ICP is not a good investment, it is a good investment. But if you really are in this market, you don't just want to sit down waiting for price to bounce, of which I know is going to take a while. So prepare yourself, it's going to take a while. I remember my analysis, I say it's going to take 3 months. Now with this dump, it's going to take still more, right? Depending on how long, because once it gets to this current support, once it finds a good support, we're going to still have that sideways before a sharp pull up, right? So yes, we're going to get a bounce. Yes, honestly, I do see ICP still returning to $57, but it is going to take a while. It is going to take a while. Yeah, we're going to get that move, and I'm going to come back to the chart. So talking about the Binance launches ICP staking. It will give you up to 38.75 in return annually, right? APY. Now Binance announced that now they have officially launched this starting from 12th of January 2022, 12 p.m. UTC time. You can lock your ICP and you're going to earn this 38.75 reward. Now, they are the locking staking format they are going to use is the come first come, first serve basis, right? So when you first come, you're going to get easily served. So the earlier you start, because I have put all mine there. So interest calculation is going to start from 00 a.m. UTC on the day after locked staking is confirmed to the end of the corresponding product day. So the good thing about Binance is they made it so easy for you to go into this staking, because they will pay you out on daily basis. So your reward is not something you have to wait until a year before you can unlock your coin or take the profit. No, as you lock the coin, the only thing that you're going to know is on daily basis, Binance is going to give you your reward. You can withdraw it if you want to on daily basis. That is fine. Now we have durations. Binance make it so easy that you can lock 10 ICP, maximum of 10 ICP for 10 days, right? And for these 10 days, you're going to get a return of 38.75, right? That is what you're going to get. Now, for 30 days, you can lock a maximum of 2000 ICP, right? And this is longer period, 2000 ICP, of which you're going to get an annual return of about 11.27 25%. So the more the altcoin, just depend. This 30 days on is more. If you have more quantity of ICP, that will be a better decision. But just know that the interest rate is about 11.25%. If you are locking for 2 months, that's 60 days, you're going to have the maximum of locking about 500 ICP, right? So per user, this whole thing is per user, and the return is about 12.47%. Now if you talk about 90 days, 90 days also is easy, because 90 days, that's 3 months. So if we are talking about the analysis, we're talking about the next 3 months, then we're talking about going for the 90 days locking, and you can lock the maximum of about 100 ICP for one user, of which the return is about 15.56%. So if you have a lot of ICP, probably you should go for the monthly own. So each month you can unlock and then lock again, but you have to wait for the month to complete before you can unlock the coin. But there's even something that I saw Binance talk about. So if I scroll down, they said, please note, users can view their locked staking asset. If you want to lock the coin, the process is very easy. You go to your spot where the coin is, you are going to move it to your in wallet. When you get to your in wallet, you're going to search for the ICP, because you're going to see it's very easy. Just go to in wallet, look for locked staking, and you're going to, under the locked staking, you're going to see the locked coin. So the period you choose is how you're going to, it's going to last, right? But just know that you can withdraw on daily basis. And again, the good thing is you can unlock it after one day. Unlock product for unlock staking product is one day. You can easily unlock your coin when you feel like you want to sell. But just think about these returns. It's better than just having these coins in your wallet, doing absolutely nothing, just watching it dump. These returns are quite good. Imagine if ICP dump lasts to 60% and you were able to lock and get 38% back. That is halving the loss, right? You got something in return for this loss. So that is how I have taken, that's the major action I've taken to lock my coin. And it's easy. It's not something you have to crack your brain to really go through. If you've been using Binance and you're quite familiar with the platform, then this is very easy. Now, aside from Binance, you can also lock and your ICP through the what ICP on NNS, the app, right? So this has to do with, you have to have the NNS wallet to be able to do this, right? So you stake it by creating voting neurons in the network neurons nervous system. The only thing about this is that you're going to be rewarded for voting, and the percentage maximum here is 21%. This is reason why I am doing my own on Binance, because the return on Binance seems higher. But you should know that there is risk in staking. And if you really want to know what the risks are, I'm just going to give you a tip of the ice. But if you want to learn more about staking, you want to come to Makaveli Traders, I'll give you 3 months intensive training. Access is still currently open. So many goodies. You're going to learn about NFT, metaverse, a little brief of how to trade the coins, how to find them, how to successfully become your own, build your career under crypto using simple price action by understanding the chart, right? Every day we are learning, and you're going to learn with me by trading for a lifetime. So I share my entry, I share my trade, I share everything I do with the entire house, right? So the good thing is, this is the action I have taken for now. So that is what I have done. So back to the chart now. Let's discuss the chart. So you can look at my chart. This is the weekly chart. And we see that the weekly chart has been respecting a seller line, three touches, which is quite good. On the fourth, they broke above it. Now, every broken seller line always needs a retest, right? Retesting the breakdown. So they retested. So them coming back. So if we go, this is weekly chart, like I said, if I go to daily chart, you see that they just return back to retest that trend line that they broke. So the retest most times can be completed when they return to the previous broken resistance now that we act as support. So if I zoom in, you see them returning to that. So right now, currently, as I'm making this video, they are sitting on that support, right? They are sitting on that previous seller resistance, which now is acting as support. So you can see the resistance is very clear on daily. You can see how they were respecting it. They broke above it, and now they have come to retest it. But I am here to make this video to tell you that honestly, this coin has been stuck in this range since June, July. It's been on this sideways for quite too long, of which staking is a good idea to be reaping something while waiting for this market to do what it wants to do. The market is always right. Even though I make a prediction, I don't know how many supply is going to enter the market. I'm a very blunt person and I will tell you the truth. What you do with it, remember, this is not a financial advice. What you do with it is up to you. But make sure you do your diligent research before you implement anything you are hearing. Because why? I will be honest with you, but it's up to you to make the decision at the end of the day. So, what I am saying here is if you use stop loss like I recommended, by now you would have been kicked out of the trade. And if you bought around here, the loss would have been small because you wouldn't have taken profit here. But there was a double top that brought price and forced that retest. So this retest now, are we going further down? Is the most important question I am here to answer in this video. Now, before I answer that question, I am going to tell you that all previous support has been broken. Right. So even if I'm going to tell you anything right now, it is going to be a guesswork. I am very honest with you. Why do I say that? I say that because as a price predictor, I need a previous data to work with. And price has currently pierced through my support. The only thing I know I can work with is if they can hold up this particular support where we are. And really, that is going to be a little bit of challenge. Why do I say that? They are likely to do that. It's going to be a 50-50. Now, mind you, this market is the world we are dealing with, the world of uncertainty. It's just like thinking about life. You can plan, but no matter how you plan, you do not know tomorrow, and tomorrow will take its course when the time arrives. Whether you like or not, you just have to deal with the outcome that comes with what tomorrow plays out. So this is the same thing that goes for price prediction and even trading, right? You make this prediction. This is a world of uncertainty, but as a trader, your job is to find stability even with the uncertainty. So which means catastrophes are going to strike, volatility is going to deal with you, but how you survive that moment, how you survive that period will determine if you will continue that journey or you're going to be a quitter. So at this point where we are, most of us are stuck in the trade, and I totally understand, right? But at this point, the question is, when we're talking about breaking down, we see that they broke below this point and they retracted. So my uncertainty is if they can hold up and actually stay above $18 to $20. The reason why I say $18 is because of this line that is going down, right? So if they can stay on $18 to $20, at least even though they have pierced below this point, I want to currently treat it. I'm not saying it is what it is because this is uncertainty, but I am having more like a chances of 55% on 45%, right? So my 55% chance is that this is going to be a stop loss hunt, that somehow they are going to manage to pull back up above this line and stay above $18, and then we're going to get another retest of this $28, because now the broken support is going to be acting as a resistance. So we are going to struggle even on our way up. So if it's going to move, then we're going to get a move to attack this point again. So this point is going, $28 is going to challenge to push. So even if we maintain, even if we end up holding down this current $18 area and $20 area and pull up, when we get to that $25 to $28 range, price is going to react. Why? Because this $25 is this a range, right? So even if I don't, let me try to use a trend line to take note of that, because that is an intraday support. So there's a support now, it's going to be acting as resistance. Remember, anytime a support is broken, it becomes a strong resistance, and anytime a resistance is broken, it becomes a support. So if we return as where we are, when we return, ICP is going to experience that challenge from even $23 to $25. And once it's able to go, it can get pushed down. Either it get pushed down here or here. Why? The push down this time around, we try to create a lower, mm, a higher low. Now trying to hold back the $20 range, because if we have that chance of bouncing, then for price to keep going up, we shouldn't cross below $18 again. We shouldn't cross below $18. We shouldn't cross below $20 again. So price is going to make. I am just trying, like I said, I am forecasting. I am forecasting. If it doesn't play out, I will always come and update you. But make sure you stake your coin. It is very important. And if you intend buying this current prediction, please use stop loss. Your stop loss should be $18. Anything that crosses below, if you're buying this current support, anything that crosses below $18, get out of the trade, sell the coin. It is not worth holding until we get a new better support. I am trying to work with this support that is right here. That is what I am trying to predict, that they could make an inverse head and shoulder, right? So how will this inverse head and shoulder appear? This is what I see. So this is daily chart. So patience is going to be needed, right? Patience is it's going to take a couple of days, because where they are now, they are likely going to experience a sideways, right? And that sideways, they could move like this, right? Before they even make that attack of even this point or this point that I'm talking about. So a patience is going to be needed. You can see each time they arrive in a spot, there's always some sort of sideways, a big pause. So what I am forecasting is that this will be our inverse head, this will be our inverse left shoulder, and they could move up, then come back, and then form the second shoulder that will give them access what to attack this point. So if they attack, if they are able to make it back to $38, this is going to take a while. They will now make what is called a neckline, and this neckline will enable price to push back to this point, because a neckline, this is where it starts, and this is going to be the neckline. And this, if this becomes the neckline, remember, what is the neckline? It means when they get there, they're going to get pushed down again, because they need to break the neckline. And once they break the neckline, once they break through the neckline like this, right? Once they break it, they will attack this $57, of which we actually get another reaction. Now, believe in me, this entire point was a previous support. If you watch my previous videos, I talked about that. But it's going to give ICP a tough time. You can see it's already happening right here. So a tough time is going to be experienced on ICP in this current situation right here. Remember, this analysis is simple, pure price action. And currently, you can trade live with me. I trade 4 hours on futures, and this market is not looking so good right now. So futures is the only place whereby you can short and make some good trade. If you are interested in learning how to trade, understanding your chart, then you can join me live and join Makaveli Traders. Actually, access is currently open, and access is just 3 times yearly, open 3 times yearly: January, May, and October. So by 24th January, classes is going to start live on Zoom with me. I do not trade demo accounts, and I trade high leverage, and you're going to be seeing it live, because I'll be sharing that trade live with you. If you end up liking this analysis and you are interested in joining Makaveli Traders, please click the link below, visit the website, find out more about me, find out more about Makaveli Trader, and know if it's the right family for you to join and trade daily to help you inspire and grow. I remember Bitcoin Gorilla. If you like my strategy, subscribe. Happy trading. Do remain blessed and stay worryless. Everything is going to be all right.